Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
All right, what's up, everybody? The Success Chronicles. We are here with my guy, David Settle. Man, great guy doing some awesome things. But what I want to do today with him is just throw out some words. Man, he's a super dope, super sharp guy that's doing lots to influence and impact the people in the world. And so I just want to just throw out some words to him and just kind of get some feedback on some of the things that's in his heart, man. So
it should be fun, man. I
I
like words, man.
Yeah.
It's funny story. When I was younger, I used to read the thesaurus.
Oh, wow.
So I was a weird kid, man. Just weird.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. That's good stuff. All right, so the first word I want to throw out for you, I'm gonna start with the big one, man.
Dang.
Is
hopefully I know it.
Success.
Okay. I was ready for this one. I was
hoping
you would ask me this one.
Yeah.
Man, success is I want to demystify success. And for me, early on in my career, it was about a dollar amount. I'm not gonna lie. It was, 6-7 figures, and that was success for me. The cars, the house, the American dream, right? But you soon realize, and especially when you acquire some of those things, how I don't want to say empty, but if that's the end game, it can leave you kind of empty. But for me, man, success is all about targets. It's all about goals and standards. And I think if you define, however you define success, setting up systems to achieve that goal. So if I were to create a target, and I hit that target, to me, that's success. Whether I create that for myself professionally, within my family, financially, or even physically, like mentally, health wise, man, if you set those targets and you hit them, that's success. It's that simple.
Good, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go quality relationships.
Man, so I've always been told that relationships are like currency, man. Like they're the new currency. And I truly believe that. But quality relationships, just like quality anything, take time and investment. Anything that you want quality, it's going to require some sort of investment, some sort of cost, some sort of price to pay. For anything quality, right? You get what you pay for. Same thing in relationships. You get what you pay for, and you may not pay for it with money, but you pay for it with time, and you invest into it. So if there's a relationship, whether it's your spouse or a significant other, your children, your parents, like I want to stress that, like, even as adult children, we still have to invest into our parents. It's not just their job to invest into us our entire lives, but we should be investing into them. Like, call your mom. Call, say your mom is still around, call your dad. If you're fortunate enough to still have your grandparents, call them, right? You have business relationships. I was telling my daughter the other day, I was like, baby, like, call me every now and then just because. Like, don't be that person that only calls when you want something. Because when folks see your name on the phone and they're like, oh Lord, what do they want?
Yeah.
Right. So having those conversations about being intentional about, I try to make an effort to call some of my homies every now and then just because. Like, hey bro, just checking on you, seeing how you doing, man. And then the next day I call them and I ask them for something. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, man. Just like you said, and it's funny you say that. I'm listening to TD Jakes' Disruptive Thinking now, and it's amazing. And I just heard this morning, so I want to share this based off of what you just said. There's always a tuition for education. So education can come in many forms. Life lessons, like real education. Family education. But there's always something that you have to pay. for the education that can come in the form of the next word I'm going to give you.
Hold on, before you give me that word,
Yeah.
man, because I love TD Jakes. He's super smart, super powerful,
Yes.
super influential. He has a great way with words, and I love that. Education always comes with tuition. But I grew up on the southwest side of Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up on the block, drug dealers and gangbangers, and we had the same saying. We just said it a little different. You know, the game is to be sold, not told.
To be told. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's the same. TD Jakes make that joint sound a whole lot nicer.
From the pulpit.
You feel me? Anyway, what's
all right? So talking about that, the next word I'm going to give you is sacrifices.
Yeah. I think anything worth anything in life takes sacrifice.
Yeah.
And with that, sacrifice is about giving. And for me, I'll go a step further. It's not just about giving any old thing, right? You look at Cain and Abel, and how Cain ultimately killed his brother Abel because he was jealous that God accepted his sacrifice and not his own, because Abel gave his best, his first fruits, right?
Yeah.
Cain gave the sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
And so I think that sacrifice isn't just about giving, but it's not a sacrifice unless you're giving up of something that's valuable. And you've hinted at time often. They can print money, but they can't print more time. When you give of your time, that's probably the most precious asset that we have on this planet. So when you invest time into people, into relationships, and into initiatives and efforts, that's a huge sacrifice. There's some people who can give thousands of dollars, and that's not a sacrifice to them. But then there's others who can give you $5, and that's a huge sacrifice, right? So I want to take it a step further and say sacrifice isn't just about giving, it's about what you're giving.
That's so good, man. All right. The next phrase I'm going to give you is living and learning.
Living and learning. Man, that sounds like something like somebody grandpa said somewhere, or somebody uncle at the cookout. You live and you learn, baby. Which is true. Now that I'm getting kind of up there in age, got a couple grades coming through. My mothers, I say mothers because growing up in A-Leaf, I had a lot of moms, right?
Yeah.
Everybody mama was my mama.
Yeah.
And it's like, just live a little. Yeah. And truth be told, as I live, have kids, jobs, heartache, successes, wins, losses. You live a little, and hopefully you learn something. That you ain't just out here bumping your head and not learning from some of the experiences that you've had. But I think that every opportunity in life, whether good or bad, is an opportunity to learn. And as the educator myself, I taught math. I wasn't just there teaching concepts.
Yeah.
Right? Especially math. Math is about problem solving.
Yes.
Some of the most successful people on the planet are the greatest problem solvers.
Yeah.
And so my objective in my classroom and with my kids and anybody I encounter wasn't just to teach them the concepts so that they can pass the star or whatever. It was to teach them how to be learners. Because if you could, bro, the greatest gift you have is the ability to figure stuff out.
Figure it out, dog. So, FIO, figure it out.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You got to catch you saying for everything, dog.
FIO. All right. The last one I'm going to give you, and you may know a little something about this word, and the word is change.
Yeah. I know a few things about change.
Yeah.
Man, one of my mentors, Dr. Eric Thomas, used to always say that people are either changed. I can't remember exactly how he said it, man. But the premise is that people change either because they aspire to or because they have to.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to change one way or another, right? It's just a matter of what side of change do you want to be on? Do you want the control or not? And, there are a lot of people that make excuses, right? And I remember one of my philosophy classes back in the day, one of the theories was you can never step into the same river twice.
I like that.
Because you jump in, that river's constantly flowing. You jump out. When you jump into that river, it's different water. It's different things that are flowing through.
Yeah, I like
the river that you stepped into is already upstream. So you can never step into the same river twice. And I believe that life is a lot about that too. Like you either change or be changed, right? Like, so I choose to be intentional about the change that takes place in my life as opposed to allowing things to happen to me and let things happen through me. And so I'm and it takes a lot of like introspective self evaluating to bring it about. You know, you got to be self-aware, you know, and then you can start to tweak and make adjustments and say, all right, cool. I'm seeing the results that I'm getting in my life. How can I pinpoint that to a behavior? And how can I adjust that to get better results?
I'm gonna go church on you. A wonderful change has come over me.
Come on. Come on.
You know, I think when you can allow yourself to do that, you'll be proud of the fact that you did choose to change.
Yeah. I've experienced a lot of change in my life, and I'm being very intentional this season, especially with my kids, because I want to see things in their lives, and I don't want to just say that. It's easy to say I want this, I want that, but I'm trying to be very intentional about what I'm pouring into them and how I'm modeling what I want them to live up to. So yeah, man, change is real. It's gonna happen one way or another.
Yes, sir.
Like Beanie Siegel used to say, you either get down or you lay down. Sorry, man, I could be hood sometimes, but yeah.
I love it, and it's so true. Well, man, as we close it out a little segment, man, I love if you get an opportunity to share with the audience so they can go check you out and show you some love with all of the amazing things you got going on, brother.
Man, you know, I am a frequent shopper of IG. You can catch me on Instagram every day, pretty much at the David Settle. That's THE David Settle, like settle down. Same thing on YouTube. I think I'm on Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. But you know, I'm on IG quite a bit, and of course, all of our amazing episodes with yourself and so many others on YouTube. Man, we just having a good time, man. That's it. That's what it's all about.
That's it. Well, man, thanks again for taking the time to hang out on the Success Chronicles. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Let's get it.
Go get it.